Hi everyone, sorry about that. It just cut me off on the last slide there. So this is part 4 of the meeting. And if you want to go back to part 3 and just pause on that slide, you'll be able to see how you can support Fred talking at home. So a little bit later on, when your children start to bring home some more reading books, they might talk to you about special friends, Fred talk and read the word. And this is how we would ask you to follow reading and supporting reading with your children, because this is what we do in school. So a digraph, so a grapheme that is made up of more than one letter, such as sh, we would call that special friends. And we would also say this is a grapheme, it's called a special friend, and can you find the special friends? So before they read that page, they're looking to see, are there any words with a digraph in? So they find the special friend, and as you can see on the side, it's indicated as a line underneath, and the single letter sounds just have a dot underneath. So they would find the special friends, then they would Fred talk, ship. And obviously they would go through that process with each of the words. If there aren't any special friends on this page, then obviously you don't need to say, can you find the special friends? The red words, as I mentioned in the first video, are words that we can't phonetically decode. So for example, if you were going to try and phonetically decode the word said, your children will be very confused because it doesn't say said. It's one of those words that doesn't really follow a rule, and it is just something that they will need to know on site. And the best way to do that is flashcards, repetition, putting your red words around the house. We have them displayed in the classroom, and just lots of very, very positive reinforcement of how we say the word, modelling and doing it again. And in your read, write, ink book that your children might bring home, the red words are actually highlighted in red until they get used to them. And then obviously when they're reading other texts, hopefully they'll have a bit of knowledge about red words. That's something that we follow throughout our lesson as well. So the 3 things displayed on the screen are the things we look for in school, and the 4th is what you can obviously do at home. So when we're teaching, we look for accuracy, fluency, comprehension. So do they understand what they're saying? Are they able to read quite fluently? And are their IDs accurate about what that sound and word would be? The read and enjoy at home is obviously for you, okay? So what can you do? So you can listen to your child read the same book again and again and again, as many times as possible. The more that they read that book, the more confident they will be. And sometimes you might say, oh, well, they knew that one. They read it really easily. Great. That is what we want. We want to hugely build their confidence. So just listen to them read it again and again. Even the single word books, we want them to be able to know it and glance and just know that word. Encourage them to look for special friends, use their Fred talk, use their Fred in the head, and then just read the word. And always talk about the story. If there are any characters, would they have a special voice? Do they have a storyteller voice, or is it just their spoken voice? So really encourage them to talk about everything that they see happening after you've read the book. So what will your child bring home? Well, they should already have their Set 1 Speed Sounds book, which I know lots of you are using, and that's fantastic. Thank you so much. They will also start to bring home the Little Purple books, which are single word books. They're quite repetitive, but it's great, again, to just build up that confidence and that knowledge and skill of blending. Your children will then start to bring home something we call ditty sheets, and that can be seen on the screen. As you say, it's not a book, but it's almost like a page in a book. So it's very simple. Your children will be able to spend a whole week potentially looking at that and really going through it. And I always think it's really nice to keep your ditty sheets, because actually what you can do then is reuse them and kind of mix them up a little bit. By the time your children have gone through Key Stage 1, they will have read lots and lots of Read, Write, Ink phonics books and brought them home. And they also might use some other books which are in our school kind of reading library. Some of them may not be Read, Write, Ink books, but they will be pitched at the right level to go alongside